Good morning from our day 3 in Disneyland Paris. Today we are doing a full day in Disneyland Park. So very excited for that. So much to do in Discoveryland especially, or Tomorrowland for this park.
We're very tired after our monster day, so I don't know how long we're gonna stay. I don't think we're gonna close out the park tonight, but we're gonna do what we can.
Yeah.
We have a list.
We do have a list. Lots to do, lots to eat. So let's go.
It's beret day.
Yes.
I also want to show just how close the two parks are. So straight ahead here in the yellow building is Walt Disney Studios Park. And then turning this corner to our right is a security to enter Disney property. And then straight ahead is the Disneyland Hotel. And beyond that is Disneyland Park. So very close together, really just around the corner. But now let's head into Disneyland Park. And this time we are starting our day in Discoveryland, which is the Disneyland Paris version of Tomorrowland, with our first ride of the day being Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. Now this ride is very similar to the Buzz Lightyear ride that exists in both Walt Disney World and Disneyland in the US, being a bit more similar to the Disneyland version because the laser blasters do detach from the vehicle, which makes it a little bit easier to shoot the targets. But as per usual, you are shooting the Z's and trying to defeat Zurg. So a ton of fun, very cute ride, and very long ride. I was surprised how long this one was. It seems a bit longer than the Disney World version. But overall, a very cute ride, and even liked seeing that the scores were all in French. Very fun to see that at the end. So instead of Galactic Hero, you are Hero Galactique. And next up was Hyperspace Mountain, which is the Space Mountain of Disneyland Paris with a Star Wars overlay. Now this one is a lot more intense. It does go upside down. It has an outside launch. And all of Discoveryland, but especially the Space Mountain, kind of has a Jules Verne aspect to it, kind of steampunk-esque. So very cool theming on the outside. I did like the loading area being outside as well. And the whole ride itself was super cool with the Star Wars music playing behind you, kind of similar to Rock and Roller Coaster that we have in Walt Disney World. But yeah, very cool ride. After Hyperspace Mountain was time for some quick breakfast, so we opted to go to a snack stand in Discoveryland and get the crispy chicken bites for €8, as well as a sugar waffle, which ended up being a Stormtrooper waffle, for €5. And after breakfast was time to meet one of the characters we were most excited to meet, and that was the Mandalorian with Grogu. Super fun. Next up in Discoveryland was the Nautilus attraction, which we expected to be a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride, similar to the Disneyland ride. However, this ended up being a walkthrough of the Nautilus, which was still very cool. Just not at all what we were expecting, but we did get to see the windows open up and show some different sea life, and really overall it was very detailed for a walkthrough and very themed to the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea movie. We did not do Autopia, but I will say the cars looked super cute, a lot different from the Walt Disney World version where we have more like race cars. These were kind of classic vintage cars. After finishing up in Discoveryland, we headed to one of the attractions we were most looking forward to that we were not able to do earlier in the trip so far, but it was checking out the Dragon's Lair at the base of Sleeping Beauty Castle. And this was so cool, very crowded, but such a cool detail that they didn't have to do The dragon's lair is incredibly detailed with all the stalagmites hanging everywhere, as well as a huge animatronic dragon that moves and breathes smoke and his eyes light up and everything. So we really enjoyed this detail and highly recommend checking out the dragon's lair. In Disneyland Paris, not only can you go underneath the castle to check out the dragon's lair, but you can also go upstairs of the castle. So they have La Belle au Bois Dormant, which is a Sleeping Beauty walkthrough, since Sleeping Beauty is a French story, a French fairy tale. They tell the story of Sleeping Beauty through the storybooks open to certain pages, as well as the stained glass windows up there and the tapestry kind of themed to different scenes of the story itself. Very cool. Really enjoyed all the stained glass. That was super pretty. And also enjoyed, they had a section where you can walk outside and actually be on the balcony of Sleeping Beauty Castle. Another cool view that we did not expect to see in a Disney park. But overall, would definitely recommend checking out La Belle au Bois Dormant in Sleeping Beauty Castle. We then continued in Fantasyland with a ride on a classic Disney dark ride attraction, Les Voyages de Pinocchio.
Attention! Pour moi, we can go to outside. No, vas-y. quelque part.
On a réussi!
Je suis sûr.
And after Pinocchio, we headed over to Alice's Curious Labyrinth. Now, this was rather unique because not a lot of parks have Alice in Wonderland representation, and this was kind of a hedge maze with some cute photo ops along the way. I will say, though, it was a lot longer than I anticipated it being, and it was very hot because this was kind of toward the midday, so kind of hot in there with not really an easy escape. Overall, though, very cute. Cute to see all the Alice in Wonderland characters and representation. And at the end is even the Queen of Hearts castle that you can explore, but this was very, very busy, so we did not go too far exploring this. But overall, very cute. And from Fantasyland, we headed over to Frontierland, to the Frontierland Theater, to check out the Lion King show. And this theater was massive, and the show was wonderful. So please enjoy Lion King, Rhythms of the Pride Lands.
know that your powers of retention. How I spent and the one from my side. But leave as you are, present. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expression. The life out and all of upset. But we'll talk in ease and succession. You can be caught unaware. So prepare for the test of a lifetime. Be prepared for some sympathy. Shining mirror is the knowing mirror. Just listen, teacher. I know it sounds solid. The story recorded. But the love I am even like you. And it just delicious is when be prepared. Of course, people rule. You're expected to take certain duties on board. So prepare for the cool of the century. Be prepared for the world he's capped. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply what I am. Be king of this beauty, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are there. Be prepared. Yes, I'll be and ambitions are there. Be prepared. Run away and never return.
What a wonderful phrase! Banana batata! Oh, Hakuna Matata! Ain't no passing craze! It makes no worries for the rest of your days! It's so problem-free philosophy! Hakuna Matata! Everybody! Hey!
keeping with the Lion King theme, we headed over to Restaurant Hakuna Matata to enjoy some lunch. We found this cute little table in a little alcove, so it was just us, very secluded, and actually one of the most air-conditioned spots that we found in the restaurant. And for lunch, we enjoyed some yassa chicken with broken rice, which is a chicken in like a gravy sauce with olives and onions, as well as a kids meal chicken nuggets that came with a side, a drink, and a small Magnum ice cream bar. And this was 25 euros total. And then it was time to check out something relatively new, so we headed over to the hub to see the Million Splashes of Color kind of cavalcade, parade, party, mixture. Overall, very, very cute, so please enjoy. And then continuing on with our must-dos, we headed back to Frontierland to finally ride Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Now, Thunder Mountain in Disneyland Paris is a bit different in that it is on an island. So you actually board on one side of the water and immediately go under the water, underground, and pop up on the island that is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So overall, very, very cool. A bit cooler than the version that we have in the US parks. However, not that much different overall as far as the ride itself goes. But overall, very fun, and I especially like how this ride relates to the theming behind Phantom Manor as well. Now, as soon as we got off of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, it did start to rain, so we did try to wait out the rain a little bit with the ride on Small World and a quick snack at the Old Mill. We tried the Bitterball au fromage as well as the mini crepes. We heard a lot of good things about the Bitterball au fromage, and these did not disappoint. Basically a fried cheese ball, but the cheese quality was so, so good. Highly recommend checking this out. The Bitterball was 8 euros, and the mini crepes were 6 euros. Unfortunately, the parade was canceled due to the rain, so we decided to wait out the rain a little bit longer before leaving the park, and rode one of our favorites so far, and that was Pirates of the Caribbean. We also managed to sneak in an extra ride on Phantom Manor for one last time before we left. And by the time we got off Phantom Manor, the rain had subsided, so we were able to ride one of our last must-dos for the day. So that is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril, and this is a roller coaster. Now, what we didn't know was that this roller coaster does go upside down, and it was a lot more intense than we expected. There is one loop in it, and this does rattle you around quite a bit, so not really for the faint of heart, but still very fun theming, and I liked the Indiana Jones representation here. And after finishing all of our must-dos for the day, it was time to finally leave the park and call it an early night. So we headed towards our resort, but stopped at McDonald's in Disney Village for a quick bite for dinner, trying out our first taste of international fast food. So we ended up trying a French Happy Meal, including the curry sauce for the chicken nuggets. And I decided to try some things that were not available on the US menu. So I tried the Croque McDo, as well as a CBO, which is a chicken bacon onion sandwich. And we also split a cheese fondue fries, which were so cheesy, and this cheese was so heavy. But overall, a pretty good meal at McDonald's.
Okay, so we are back in the room. Called it an early evening from Disneyland Park today. What was your highlight of the day?
gosh. Meeting Mandalorian and Baby Yoda.
Yes, that was pretty exciting.
I couldn't call him Baby Yoda to his face, though, because that wouldn't be nice. His name's Grogu.
Yeah. But it was cool to have an actual meet and greet with him.
We didn't expect that. We
And
thought
not, like,
he was,
walking around.
Yeah, we thought it was like Disneyland where he just kind of walks. So we were prepared to hover, and then we saw a line, and we asked a cast member, what was the line for? They said, oh, to meet the Mandalorian. And we were like, phew,
Yes.
and got in that line.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. We walked on to Buzz Lightyear's ride here
We did.
as soon as we got here. So that was very exciting to just walk on. The queue is like 3
So
times
windy.
as long as Disney World's queue.
Yes.
So we were like, we're there. And then we weren't, like, several times.
Well, because the Buzz Lightyear animatronic in the line is so close to the front compared to what we're used to.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that was a kind of a wake-up call.
Yeah, and Hyperspace Mountain was a lot.
Yeah.
It was good, but we did that right after Buzz. And
It is
Yeah.
cooler than our Space Mountain, I think. It is more intense, for sure.
if it didn't go upside down,
Mhm.
I would be like, heck yeah, way better than Disney World Space Mountain.
Yeah.
The main thing with the roller coasters here that I've noticed is they just, whenever they have to slow down to make a turn or a loop, there's a really hard stop
Yeah.
over and over and over. And that was Crush's coaster. That was even Big Thunder today, because we did Big Thunder, we did Hyperspace Mountain, and we did Indiana Jones today. All 3. But even Crush's coaster yesterday and the 3 today, whenever they're supposed to slow down so they can do whatever they need to do, it's so abrupt and so jerky. So that was like, it was still good, but that's one thing that I've learned from Disneyland Paris. Their roller coasters will throw you around.
Yeah. It's also kind of crazy that really inside of the ride itself, Hyperspace Mountain, Crush's Coaster, and Flight Force are very similar.
Flight Force didn't jerk me as much, I
Okay.
don't think. But I think that one's one of the newest coasters, so maybe they've learned to manage it better.
True.
But that's been fairly consistent. Just a really hard,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do a turn. But that shakes, rattles, and rolls your brain, so not a super big fan of that. But again, if it wasn't, I don't think they'd have to do that as much if it wasn't for the loops on Hyperspace Mountain.
True.
So basically, I'm still the OG Disney World is my fave girl for Space Mountain. But I did think it was very cool. What were your highlights?
I enjoyed the morning in Discoveryland. Nautilus was not what I expected at all.
No.
I expected a ride. I wouldn't say it was a highlight, but it was a walkthrough. I was expecting it to be like the Disneyland ride. Was not at all. So that was different. I think ride-wise and attraction-wise, really liked the Lion King show.
Yes, that was what I was going to say next.
Again, it puts the Disney World version to shame. The Festival of Lion King cannot compete with this. It seems like the one thing that Disneyland Paris does really well are their stage shows. So,
Well, I don't think that's the one thing that they do really well.
one of the biggest things that they do well.
I think that's one thing that they do,
Exponentially better.
I was going to say, maybe just a little bit better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Because we also saw the World of Color,
Million Splashes of Color.
Million Splashes of Color,
Which is fairly new.
which is a show but also half parade.
Yeah.
And it was very cool. We got lucky and had a great spot. The parade itself got rained out.
Yes.
So we were really disappointed because this was kind of our day to see the big parade. Depending on how tomorrow goes in Paris proper, we might be able to see it, but try not to get hopes up and know that we need to enjoy seeing Paris proper
Yeah.
and not rush back to see a parade.
True. But yeah, really liked that show. I also really liked Thunder Mountain. While in line, we were reading up on the storyline for Phantom Manor, because Phantom Manor here has a backstory, very detailed backstory, that relates to Big Thunder Mountain. So I think reading that in line, knowing the tie between the two, made me enjoy that Thunder Mountain experience a little bit more.
I think Thunder Mountain was just probably a little bit better than the Disney World version.
It's not like a fantastic ride, but I enjoyed it because of the storyline and whatnot. And then we did, later in the day, Phantom Manor again, which I love that.
Mm-hmm. It was very cool. It was nice to know the backstory. I don't know that it, like...
It doesn't add to the ride
Yeah,
at all.
it didn't really add to my experience or understanding. It
No.
still was a sad ride, and...
It added to Phantom Manor,
Yeah.
but didn't really add anything to Big Thunder.
Well, I felt like the Phantom is not... Because I was confused and thought the Phantom was one of the husbands or her daddy, and he's not.
Right.
So he's just his own thing. So for me, I was like, okay, he's still his own thing. So he's just there. And
Yeah.
invited all his friends to hang out in Phantom Manor. And that's why they're all there. Because that's basically it. Sad
That
bride.
basically is it, yeah.
Sad bride. You know, Phantom helped kind of axe one of the soon-to-be husbands, and then... Well, he didn't help. He did it.
He did.
But then was like, okay, ghost friends, come on in. And that's basically the backstory of Phantom Manor.
True. But yeah, still had a very lovely day, very packed day.
Mm-hmm.
Called it early, went to the McDonald's in Disney Village.
We did some shopping too.
We did do some shopping. And we'll do a haul of everything from this trip, since it's going to be a very long trip, probably a fairly decent sized haul. We'll do all that at the end. But did some shopping and then went to the McDonald's in Disney Village to have our first taste of international fast food. So that was exciting, different. Got some things that are unique to, well, at least maybe not unique to Paris, but something we can't get back in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting.
The curry sauce was really fun.
Yes, that was fantastic.
So, you know, I got a Happy Meal, so I got a toy in French.
Yeah.
Oui.
Mm-hmm. But it is, I think, about 9 o'clock or so now. So early night compared to what we've been doing the past couple nights.
Last night was way too late.
It was. We didn't get to bed till like 1 o'clock. So still pretty tired. We have a big day tomorrow going to Paris proper.
Step count check.
Yes.
22,729. And it's only 9 o'clock. And I'm still dressed.
Yes.
So it's going to be more than that.
Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to Paris proper. We're hoping to do a cruise on the River Seine. We have
Don't
lunch.
spoil it all.
Okay.
We have special meal planned.
Special stuff planned.
Yeah, other stuff too, so.
Only thing that we'll say then is the river cruise. So looking forward to that. But stay tuned for next week to see what else we're going to do in Paris. Do our own little excursion, not through Disney at all. So stay tuned for that.
Wish us luck.
Yes. But that will do it for us this evening. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.